Happy Sunday evening, everybody. It's Chris the Batman Statue Collector, and welcome to an impromptu live stream. I spent my day in Manhattan, Kansas today. I got the K-State stuff going on. Happy Cinco de Mayo. Happy Revenge of the 5th. Hope everybody had a great Star Wars day yesterday. And again, this is just kind of an impromptu show. Manhattan is about an hour from us, a little over an hour. And it's my son's birthday today, and so he wanted to go to the game, and that was a lot of fun. And so we're back, and I thought, yeah, let's just hang out for a little bit, see what's going on in the community. Again, hope everybody's having a great Sunday evening, and welcome to the show. Say hello to some folks as we start popping in. We've got Henry saying hello, guys. Thank you very much, Henry, for being here. We got Frutal in the house. Fatal the Collector. Definitely check out his channel if you haven't done so already, guys. He says, yo. We got Godlike Statues. Again, another great channel. Definitely check them out as well. I was trying to figure out what was your icon there. I love it. We got Paula in the house. Hello, Paula. That clay face art. Yeah, I've got my pieces of art from Finchin. This is my clay face that I just got in on Friday. I don't have the frame yet. So that's pretty cool. Good evening. Hope all is well. Thank you very much. Really appreciate you being here. We got Leo in the house. Good evening. Bill Murray's newest friend. Basically what they're talking about, some of you guys already know about this, but so the story is that I am at the baseball game, and we have kind of like this front row, like up on the riser, and kind of on the third base line, somewhere around there. And it's, I don't know, it's like, I think it's maybe like the 7th inning or so, maybe the 6th inning. And this guy walks by, and I kind of catch the corner of my eye. Like I'm somebody that always scans faces. Like I'm always scanning faces. And usually whenever I've been at a convention or just at Disney or just different places, the airport, I just tend to spot people like that are famous. And like an example of that was one time we were at the Atlanta airport, and Paula Abdul sat right next to our family and started eating. We didn't bother her, but like I was the one that noticed. Like it's like, hey guys, we got Paula Abdul over there. So that was really cool. But like I'm just that kind of person. Like I always spot people. So anyway, I see this guy, and I see a blur of his face, and then I see a Cubs hat. And this was KU versus K-State. Not a lot of Cubs hats in the place. So I see the Cubs hat. And I turned to my wife and I say, I think that was Bill Murray. And everybody's like, yeah, yeah. I was like, why we got Bill Murray's in Manhattan, Kansas, right? It just, the thought of that is just insane. So anyway, we were joking about it throughout the entire, the rest of the game. It's like, yeah, I'm an idiot. Like I saw Bill Murray, wink, wink. And the weird thing is like security was following him around, like kind of like off, but they weren't with him. And I heard them say like, this guy didn't go through the metal detectors or didn't go through security. So I don't know if this guy got a bad, back entrance or something. So they followed him out and followed him down and out. So I never saw him back in the game again. Well, cut to we actually knew some of the players, and so we took pictures with them, and so it took a long time to leave the game. Most people had left. Well, we were walking back to our car, and I see the guy in the Cubs hat, and so I was like, oh yeah, there's Bill Murray. And as we were walking closer and closer, he was sitting off to the side with a group of people. And as we got closer and closer to him, I'm like, he really does look like Bill Murray. And then as I got close enough, I said, that is actually Bill Murray. I looked at my wife, and she goes, yep, that's him. And so I went up to him, and here you go. Here is me just a few hours ago with Bill Murray, which obviously he is in the Chicago Cubs hat. And this is his brother, Bryan Diehl Murphy, who you might recognize from films like Caddyshack, Groundhog Day, Wayne's World, and my personal favorite, Christmas Vacation, when they kidnap the boss and bring him back to Clark's house. That's Bill Murray's brother. And so to be able to not only sit next to these guys, but to be able to, just I did it. I just said I love your work. You guys are amazing. I shook both of their hands. And so yeah, that that is my story. And so yeah, it's definitely something I never ever thought I would meet Bill Murray and his brother in the middle of Manhattan, Kansas, of all places. But yet I did. I met a Ghostbuster. I met just one of my favorite comedians of all time. And you hear stories of him kind of being grumpy and rude, and he was the opposite. He was nice. He was reserved. He didn't have much to say, but just the fact that he sat there, smiled, shook my hand, was really incredible. And then actually we followed him. He drove across town, and you probably thought we were following him because we kind of where we were heading to dinner. We went to Texas Roadhouse for my son's birthday dinner. But yeah, how insane is that? Where in the middle of Kansas, I meet Bill Murray and his brother. So that's that's pretty insane for sure. So anyway, people were saying, hey, how cool is that? Wow, that's awesome. Bill Murray and family. That's hilarious and so cool. So yeah, that is how I spent my Sunday afternoon, which is again pretty crazy for sure. But anyway, that's what happened. All right, let's see. Let's go back into the comments and see what I missed. Sunday Fun Day BSC edition. Thank you, VP Productions. Happy Sunday to you, Matthew. It's great to have you here. I love your clay face. What's your next incoming statue? I was going to show you. It's really weird. He did it like this too. Like he did the penguin. He did it sideways. So I'm going to have to cut it. But it's kind of cool on the back. I don't know if you guys can see where he kind of like started drawing the penguin. And then this is what he ended up with. So next statue, I'm not exactly sure what's next. I'm trying to think of what's probably the Deathstroke premium format, the Two-Face quarter scale. I think maybe those might be my next two, maybe. Evan C says, hey, Chris and Bat Fam, thank you very much, Evan, for being here. Hope you're having a great Sunday night. Georgia, thank you as always for your thumbs up, my friends. Lewis, what's up, Chris? What up, chat? I just picked up Prime 1 Grim Knight. That's a great piece. Couldn't pass up the Sideshow Daily Diehl, being a massive metal fan beyond ecstatic. It's an awesome piece. It takes a little while to figure out the guns. It is complex, but it is a great piece. And if you have any of the other metal pieces, you're going to love it. Absolutely. Ben Hizzle, hello, everyone. I've been working on displays all day, but I love it. I'm glad to hear that. Always love to hear that. Kevin says, that's a crazy story. I heard he's notorious for just popping up in random places and then disappearing. That's exactly what he did. I don't know if he literally just walked through and, if he just literally just walked through and was there visiting his brother. I think maybe his brother lives in the area. So that would maybe explain why he was there visiting his brother. But, again, it was very random. And I just still cannot believe, that I had a chance to meet the legend. I think both of these guys are just as legendary to me, just because they've both been in some of my favorite movies of all time, really. And it's just still crazy to think that I, got to meet the guy from Groundhog Day, and I met a Ghostbuster today. Just absolutely incredible. So it was definitely a day I'll never forget for sure. My son's birthday of all days. Great giveaway show. Going to order Doomsday. Any idea if we have a few days? I think we have some time, Danny. I don't think that they are. Well, are you talking about if they're going to sell out? I have heard they've sold very well. So if you're thinking about getting one, I would probably get one within this next week. Jeff is in the house. Jeff Houghton, 2K. Good evening. Order Doomsday this weekend to celebrate my last payment on Superman. Hey, congratulations. I think you're going to love him. I just boxed him back up, and he's going to go, I think maybe ship out sometime this week. Hi, Lucky Bill was in a good mood. Yeah, it's because he got to meet the BSC. Of course, he was going to be in a good mood. Kidding, of course. Love the Tweeterhead bus line. I love how you're supporting them too. I see you're working for a company one day. I see you working for a company one day. Man, that would be awesome. There are obviously, again, internet trolls that have already been accusing me of me working with Tweeterhead and things like that. And no, they were kind enough to send the prototypes. So if you want to say I'm working with them, but no, I'm not on their payroll. I wish. I mean, that would be awesome if I could quit my job and work for a statue company. That'd be pretty awesome. I think that'd be a really cool dream, really. But no, that's not what's happening here. But I was lucky enough to have those incredible pieces. It's just that I believe in what they're doing. I did my rant video the other day just because I felt like there's so many people. I just feel like no matter what we do in the statue collecting world, people are not going to be happy. It's like, I feel like I believe in what Chad is doing because he's trying to do something unique and collectible and at a good price point. I figure people would be excited about that. And a lot of you are, but I guess I was just getting kind of down with the fact that so many people were still complaining, but I would love to work for a company at some point. Hey, I just started watching Fallout. So far, so good, Chris. That's awesome. I just did my Fallout video today. I know it's not typical for the channel, but I just wanted to share it with you guys because I've really loved the show, and I just want to share it with you guys if you haven't heard of it. Caesar, happy Sunday, Chris. Thank you very much. Is it Calderon? I like that name. Thank you, Caesar. And they $5 super chat. God-like statues. Thank you very much, Bill effing Murray. Again, thank you very much. Again, yeah. If you're just joining me, I met Bill today and his brother, which is just randomly in the middle of Kansas. So you just never know who you're going to bump into sometimes. It's really pretty crazy, but what a day. Again, thank you very much for the super chat. That's awesome. Thank you very much. Hello, all. Chris, I saw your video on the bus from Tweeterhead. Wonderful statues. I'm excited because they're going to bring so many, or at least they want to bring so many characters. I just hope they stick with it. I am buying the Batman Hush Batcave statue, Prime 1 Studios. Travis, you're going to love it. It's a great piece. Mine has a little bit of a leaning issue, so you might double check if you're buying used. Do you know which bust from Tweeterhead will be up for pre-order first, Batman or Mr. Freeze? I would assume Batman. I think Batman's a little further along. I know Chad said that they tweaked a couple of little things on Mr. Freeze this last week. So I would guess up... I would guess Batman first. Popping up and disappearing like a ghost. Yeah. That's you hear Bill do that. Hey, BSC, good to see. Yeah, just finished a 2-hour plus stream and discussing Hot Toys' recent Dark Side figure announcement. So stoked for Dark Empire, Luke Skywalker. Lane, that is a fantastic piece. Obviously, so many great Star Wars things were teased and brought out this last week. It's really great. And I really like that Luke. I think it's really good. Bill Murray is a Ghostbuster. He can do anything. Yeah. Again, yeah. It's just I'm still pinching myself. My family's already tired of hearing me talk about it. Good evening to you watching your show here in California. Celebrated May the 4th yesterday. Got to meet Bill Murray during the red carpet premiere of Ghostbusters signed by Ghost Trap. Oh, that is really cool. That's awesome. Congratulations. So yeah, I mean, we've definitely met some greatness. This is kind of funny. Guy who led stream I was in. He back earlier this year at Galaxy's Edge, ended up in line behind Ashley. The voice of Ahsoka. Got a picture with her. He is like a foot taller. Well, I'm glad that your friend got to, I think you said your friend, right? Guy who led stream I was in. So yeah, congratulations to him. That's awesome. Billy in the house. Hey, that's the guy that gave Clark a 1-year membership to the Jelly of the Month Club. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, this guy right here. Yeah, that guy in the white hat with the I guess we both have sunglasses on, but the great white stash. Yeah, that's him. Wayne's World, Caddyshack. He was the guy that with the groundhog that in Groundhog Day that pronosticator of pronosticators, It's good stuff. All right. Congrats on your your Fablock OG piece, Chris. Yeah, I did. I want to give a shout out to Eric B, All Things Art. If you haven't checked out his channel, please do so. But he hit me up this morning. He's like, hey, there's a live auction where, it's like an eBay thing where highest bidder wins. And so there was 2 Batman pieces from Fablock from Fan Expo Philadelphia, which Eric was attending yesterday. I don't think he did today, but yeah, he won the first one and I won the second one. So I'm going to have an original Fablock finally in the back cave. He's still probably going to be doing a commission for me this summer. So I'm excited about that. I don't know if I would need to keep both of them, but I want to have this one just in case the other one doesn't work out. Definitely supporting the bus line. I'm glad to hear that. I'm all in. I think the idea of all these incredible villains in that scale. I mean, do you see how great Riddler looked? If product is good, why not praise? Well, again, anytime somebody praises something or goes out of the way to be positive, people are like something's got to be wrong with that. Something's got to be amiss. But again, I truly believe in what they're doing. I love their vision. They pivoted in a time where a lot of companies are having to fold. People aren't buying. You're seeing giant discounts. There's a reason for that. People are not buying. So what Chad is doing, in my opinion, is just smart. And so I support that. What did you think of the preview of Captain Rex? I think it looked great. I love the, was he like a rocket or whatever he has going on? I haven't taken a chance to look at the real close up of the blown up shot, but I think he looks great. I think they should do more Star Wars premium formats. Hey, Chris, I appreciate your positivity. Legit one of the most positive people in the hobby, and this hobby needs that. I am not a bus guy, but I'm thinking about that freeze. First of all, thank you very much. Again, some people criticize me for the positivity, but I don't care. I just don't care. I'm going to keep being me. And if you don't like it, turn the channel, or go on message boards and complain. But I'm going to keep being me, because what you see is what you get with me. And, I'm proud to be positive, and I thank you very much for being proud that I'm positive. That means a lot to me. The freeze specifically, Chad said he's going to be monstrous. He is big. So, if you think Riddler, if Riddler at 1/3, just think that Freeze is going to be bigger, chunkier with the big helmet. He's going to have a glass helmet, from what I'm being told, that slides down in. So I think it's going to be a really impressive piece. I got an autograph from George Jimenez. Oh, again, I'm so jealous that you got to meet him, Fatal. For my Punchline X Joker pieces, he was a freaky cool dude. He just seems so nice. I've had a chance to talk to him quite a bit on Instagram, and he did my 2 customs. He did a Punchline custom for me, and also a Scarecrow that'll be shipped to me sometime. I still don't have it yet, but congratulations on meeting him. Is that Tweeterhead Superman bust the torso of Tweeterhead's 1/6 scale made into a 1/3 bust? No, it's a new sculpt. As far as I know, it's a new sculpt. I don't think that there's any plans on taking existing sculpts and putting it onto a bust. I don't think that's going to happen. Planning on selling Hush Superman anytime soon? Evan, it is sold. It was sold a little while ago to help fund some of my art. I know. It's gone. At the end of the day, I've said this a million times, that it's Batman surrounded by his villains. And I loved that Superman, but not enough. The love for that didn't trump the love that I have for this art that I've been getting. And this art I've been getting is expensive, so I had to rip the Band-Aid. It's not always easy. I'm probably, shocker, I'm sure nobody saw this coming, but I'm probably going to sell the Huntress and Nightwing again, just because, unexpected purchases like this Fablock today. That piece was, again, expensive. And so I've got to kind of balance it out. Something's got to give, something's got to go in order to get something that I really like. And right now my passion is with some of this art. I'm pretty much gotten most of the pieces I want at this point from the artists I want. So I'm probably going to be a little bit subjective, but we'll see. John Connor, regarding your rant video, keep in mind that these pieces are works of art, and art is subjective. There will always be critics, which in some cases pressures the market to innovate. Yeah, absolutely. And believe me, guys, I hear what all the criticism was. Like, I hear it, and I understand it. A lot of you don't want a bust. You want a full-size character. Some of you said, well, I only want, like, why isn't Tweeterhead doing this in quarter scale? Well, Tweeterhead doesn't have the license to do it. They have the license to do 1/3 bus. I asked Chad, I'm like, hey, do you have the license to do a whole figure? If you no, we have a license to do 1/3 bus. So I know that there's probably some frustration on the fact of the statue company. I've been told that some of the 1/6 stuff didn't sell very well. And so if it doesn't sell very well, they're not going to put up a lot of resources back into that. Are they still doing 6 scale? Yes. All right. Do I think that we'll probably see less? Probably, because people didn't buy certain pieces that they put out. And so, like companies like Tweeterhead, they're in business to make business, right? They're in business to make money, and still give something to the community that they think people are going to love. And so again, I applaud Tweeterhead for pivoting in a market where, hey, if like people aren't buying their 1/6 stuff, well, what can they make that people will like to purchase and to collect? And so, it does. There is a lot of innovation at times, but on this channel, when I do a commentary, it is to try to be a voice for the voiceless, or the voice for it sounds like CM Punk. But I have a platform, so I want to bring what I feel, and also I try to bring what the community is feeling also. So in my real life, I'm always trying to like see both sides of an argument. And so like, I think part of the reason I did the rant video is because I do talk to the companies. I understand their side of things. I also understand the community, but I hear the community all the time saying it's too expensive. It takes up too much room. It's this, it's that. And so I feel like that's why I was frustrating, because I'm like, well, somebody's finally giving what people have been asking for a better price point. But I get that not everybody wants a bust. I get that. I think that the best Batman rogue will be Mr. Freeze, and I think Chad thinks so also. He's very excited about Freeze. I'm very excited about Clayface. Like, that's the one I'm probably most excited about. But the thought of doing a whole row of these, of Man Bat and Clayface and Talia and Ra's al Ghul, like, it's going to go all the way along this back shelf, probably. Some of it intermixed. I'm not exactly sure yet. That's awesome. Bad Protocol got an Artisan Dark Empire Luke. Congratulations. That's fantastic. I'm going to pre-order the Captain Rex PF I saw in the teaser. Again, Eric, I think that looked fantastic. I got an autograph. Oh, yeah. I already did that one, I guess. What do you think of Beast Kingdom's Keaton Batman statue? I think it looks pretty good. It looked like him. I wasn't like super wowed by it, but I think it's cool. Tweeterhead Medusa reveals. I'm not sure what that would be. I have not heard of them doing a Medusa, but who knows? JWR in the house. Hey, what's up, everyone? Hope everyone had a great weekend. Thank you. Same to you. And I want to thank JWR and also Lawrence for joining me a couple days ago. We did the on Rogues, Wrestling Rogues. If you haven't joined us over there on YouTube, search Wrestling Rogues. And if you can't, it's a new channel, so it doesn't come up. Search Wrestling Rogues Rock Theme, and you'll be able to find the channel. It's a WR, and which again, JWR is part of it, so it works out pretty great. He's got WR in his name. But anyway, Wrestling Rogues, we did a little show the other night, a little prediction show. Trying to get that channel off the ground. I know it's kind of hard to do with schedules and just my schedule, but hopefully we'll do a little bit more content for the wrestling fans out there. I would assume that they will do Bane. I'm hoping. A+ Collectibles, what's up, Chris? Love the Blitzway Catwoman. So the real question is, are you getting the J and D? And if both were the same cost, which would you prefer to have? to be honest, I think that the J&D looks really good. I think that there are probably more accurate elements of her costume. I think the bust size is also more accurate. I think Blitzway pumped up the chest a little bit. I love this statue, though. I love the portrait and I love the pose. So me personally, I'm real happy with the Blitzway piece that I have. However, I would love to see the J&D in person and compare and contrast. So, that would be awesome if we can make that happen. Man, it pained me so much to see Eric B have to kill that Joker Batsuit statue. It makes for a great YouTube video, though. I will give Eric that. Man, he really just amped that video up, and I love it. I love how dramatic it was. But I told him in our private chat, I'm like, I don't know if I could watch this. Like, this is depressing to see, take a, a hacksaw or whatever it is, a blade right through the Joker's face. So yeah, if you want to check out that video, guys, all things art to see a statue destroyed. Richie, I don't know if it has been stated, but is Tweeterhead possibly looking into doing Marvel 1/3 busts? Also, it would be fantastic. I don't think that Chad I think he only has the DC license, like the Thundercats and the He-Man license. I don't think he's ever even mentioned Marvel, but never say never, right? We'll see. Let's see. Evening, Chris. I'm looking at potentially ordering something from Collector's Mansion store. Is it legit? Has anyone ordered from there before? Are you talking about Six Store? I have not ordered personally from there. I have talked to him a few times here recently about that, but I have not personally ordered from it. And so I can't speak from personal experience, but I know he's spent quite a bit of time trying to get that up and running. Hey Chris, I love that Tweeterhead Clayface. I can't wait for that Ronaldo. I am so pumped to have a 1/3 Clayface. Can't wait. Do you think Tweeterhead is getting ahead of people ordering multiple busts to later upsell? I think it's very possible. It's smart, actually. I mean, like Chad said, and other people have said, like, once these catch on and people are going to be like, shoot, I wish I had gotten Batman. I wish I had gotten Superman. So I can see people doing that. I mean, if you always take the risk of having, a bunch sitting around, but I have seen these in person and I have to tell you, they're awesome. Like I can't wait to collect these. And they're $300, $400 a pop. I mean, that is incredible. Board Cube 1 of 2 in the house. Good evening, you sneaky dark knight. Sneaky dark knight. How can I be that sneaky when I'm out hanging out with Bill Murray today and his brother? We're like best friends now. And so I can't be sneaky because me and Bill and his brother were best friends and, hanging around Kansas tonight. Oh, it's so much fun. Let's see. Freaky. Off topic. Have you seen the new Nemesis Now Harry Potter Dobby? I'm trying to think. I thought I saw maybe like a Diamond Select one? Is that the one I'm thinking of? Maybe I need to look. I do really like the Prime 1 Dobby. That looked amazing. If the freeze is going to be huge, the Grundy is going to be massive. I think the Grundy will be similar. I think what I told Delaney the other day, he was talking about the fact that, Doomsday takes up a lot of room. It's 25 inches. But I said most of the big ones, I think their arms are going to be much closer to their chest. So like Clayface, you saw that he was kind of like this. I think Grundy will probably be more closer to his chest. So I think for people that are worried about space with these 1/3 busts, I think most of them are going to be pretty tightly sculpted. So I think Grundy is going to be massive, but I don't worry about him taking up too much space. Yeah, I know the Superman. Yep, I know. I got the Prime 1 Penguin this week. I need that Triumphant. Are you selling? Nope. I'm keeping Triumphant. How much was the Fabok art? So I won it for, I think it was a little less than 1,200, which is pretty good. He very rarely does art anymore. He doesn't really do commissions hardly at all. And as a personal thing for me, he's wanting to do one, but I don't think he does them very often. And so these things are very difficult to get. So I felt very lucky to get it at that price. Hey, Kim. Hey, are you my friend? I hope so. We can make friends here. I've been seeing a lot of hate for particular companies and collectors becoming overly critical. And, again, everybody's entitled to their own opinion. I think sometimes, like, again, having a channel like this, sometimes my voice maybe seems a little louder at times. I have been critical of J&D. I feel like sometimes their stuff is overpriced, but it's still beautiful. And if people are wanting to pay it, again, some people might have thought, I mean, if I'm spending $1,200 on a Fabok original, somebody might be looking at me like, Chris, you're overpriced, or they're stupid to buy it. So again, it's all just subjective. And again, we all see art in certain ways. I just particularly like the non-silicone faces. That's just my personal opinion. So hopefully people don't see me as overly critical, but it's either that or people see me overly positive. So it's a lose-lose for some people. JWR says, $10 super chat. First of all, thank you for that. I just want to show some love to support your positivity. This is the best group for this hobby. Did you watch Star Wars Tell from the Empire? Watching this, what is that? Tales from the Empire? I don't even know what that is. Let me know, JWR. Thank you for the super chat. That was so kind. Thank you. Even though you're in a bit of a statue lull right now, what pieces are you most anticipating, Chris? For me, it's Sideshow Batgirl. I'm excited to see that one. I'm really excited for the Keaton, the 89, even though it's kind of simple. I am excited about that one. There are ones that I'm still kicking around. Like, I haven't ordered the Batman on Throne. I did order the Batman versus Joker diorama. I haven't ordered like the Finch. I'll tell you which one I'm really in, the Batman versus Killer Croc. That piece, I still wish it was third scale, but I'm really excited about that one. I think that's probably my most excited piece for right now. Well, I'm super surprised to hear the 1/6 scale Tweeterhead pieces didn't sell well. I missed out on a bunch of their pieces after waiting so long to order sold out. I think some of those went to retailers probably. But I think especially a lot of the initial 1/6 has done well, but then some of their ones after that, I don't think did quite as well as they hoped. And again, at the end of the day, they're a business. If they don't sell very many or as many as they hope, they're going to lose money, right? And Chad's a smaller company. He's not as big as Sideshow. He's not as big as Prime One. And so it's just him. It's him, Dave, a handful of artists. It's a very small company. And so, if things don't sell well, he has got to pivot and do something else. And I know that that's not fair, especially when they say, well, we have these big dreams of doing this whole line. I get that. I 100% get that. And I know it's frustrating, but I understand from the business side of things. I understand too why you might have to slow down if people aren't buying. Do something else that people might, and who knows to say if this bus doesn't take over, if the bus line doesn't take off, then they probably won't be able to release 12, 15, 20 villains. My fingers are crossed because I'm hoping they are successful, so I get those villains and you get those villains. But I always try to see both sides of it. Tweeterhead does rock. I agree. Rex and Obi-Wan. I think that Obi-Wan was really cool. I love that it's got the two portraits. It has pissed off some Mythos collectors, though. I did see some rumblings of that, like where people feel kind of cheated that they're doing them in quarter. Just wanted to share with you, Chris. I got the Dark Knight from J&D. It's amazing. People have to see these pieces in person. So I have seen the Dark Knight in person. I agree 100%. It looked way better in person than it did in photographs. There is no question. No question. And if it was like, I've got the Queen Studios one, if the J&D was the same price as the Queen, I would sell the Queen. But I really like the Queen for the price I paid. I love how Chad keeps name dropping a ventriloquist and Scarface bust. Also, my daughter Kira wanted me to tell you hi. Well, hi Kira. Hope you're having a great night. Hope you're being good for your dad. But yeah, ventriloquist and Scarface. it would be a dream come true to have a statue of that. Because I don't know if like Prime 1 would ever do it. Maybe Legendary Beast would. But man, I just think that'd be awesome. J&D's fix of Reef Superman has me intrigued. Finally, I haven't been on board due to their prices, but I'm liking their Reef Superman. I do feel like it is an improvement. So I think it'll be a popular piece. There you go. How are you, Chris? I've been watching the NBA playoffs. I was able to catch a live. That's awesome, Lewis. I hope. I don't even know who's in the playoffs. I don't watch the NBA. I do watch some college, but I don't ever watch the NBA, so I don't even know who's in it. I'm more of an NFL guy. Yeah, they really captured him this time. Hope the production is just as good. I hope so too. I wonder if Prime Marvel will get its license. Do you have any information about that? If like Prime 1 Studio will get a license of Marvel, I haven't heard a thing. I'm assuming if they haven't at this point, they probably won't. That Clayface looks epic. Reason I'm passing is because LBS is making a 1/3 Clayface, but that bus is incredible. So one thing I said the other day too is like I think Chad's going to be able to get these out a lot quicker than, you know, I don't have any idea when LBS is going to be getting theirs. Will I probably buy their Clayface? Yes. Will I buy this Clayface also? Yes. So I know that like for some people, like for me, I try to buy all the Batman stuff because I love it. But there's some things I just have to put my foot down and say I can't afford it. I shouldn't get it. And so that's that. But if you have to choose a Clayface, then wait for the Clayface from LBS. But that might be 3 years from now. And so if Chad can get a Clayface out in a year, maybe enjoy the Clayface for a while and then sell it. If you could buy only one Prime 1 Batman, which would you buy? That one. Tech 1000. I definitely want the Superman and Doomsday. If we think back on those Sideshow busts, they sold well, and years later, people were hunting them down. Love what Tweeterhead is doing. I do feel like once these get out, and again, so many people said the other night, they're like, Chris, now that I finally saw them all together, I get it now. And I've got 2 videos I haven't released yet. Chad wanted me to wait a little bit, so I'm going to wait till this coming week to show you some of these busts. But again, once you start seeing them side by side, I think some of you are going to be like, okay, now I get it. Now I get it. It says, Theodore Sick is as legit as they come. I would buy a $4,000 statue from him, pay in full immediately, and not lose a minute's sleep about it. He's the real deal. Okay, great plug from Leo. Do you think the Mr. Freeze bust will be as tall as Clayface and Doomsday bust then? All Chad said, he just kept saying he's big, he's massive. So I don't know if he will be quite as tall. I see him being a little bit more bulkier than like a regular person because he's got the suit, he's got the armor on. And so I think that's probably what he was meaning. He's like just going to be a little chunkier, like a little, you know, a little bit more solid, if that makes sense. I don't know about taller. If you're getting the J&D Super, then I hope you're happy and I'll be a little jelly. Well, again, we'll see if they get that piece. Do you think the Tweeterhead Freeze is going to be $400 based off of size with discount and paid with full? I don't. I think he wants to do those size pieces still the 300. Maybe he'll be somewhere in between. Maybe he'll be like 350. I don't know. That's a good question. I need to ask him. Do you think Sideshow will do a Keanu Reeves piece? It's possible. I feel like Sideshow is really happy with other companies doing it because I feel like most other companies do likeness a little bit better than Sideshow, although Sideshow continues to get better. Like that Ahsoka piece they did was fantastic. I could have swore this is from Clint. I could swear that I heard the 1/3 Tweeterhead busts were going to include a Batgirl bust back when they first announced, but nothing since. Yes, there is a Batgirl bust in the works. We almost showed a picture of her that night, but Chad wanted to do a few tweaks still. But yeah, there's a Batgirl coming for sure. When will Dan visit your house to arrange your art? I don't know. I would love for Dan to come. I don't know if he'll ever be available to do so, but he is always welcome. We have the Dan wing right over there. He could stay where he stayed last time. John Connor, you might want to start looking into some risers, tiers for the bus line, Chris, especially if we go all in and we end up with 30 plus characters. I think that, again, the thought of that is like a dream to be able to have Batman with all of these busts around it, like I love it. It's a new animated show they dropped for May 4th. Okay. I need to check it out, JDR. Thank you again. Talking about that new Star Wars show. I'm happy they're doing Obi and quarter because all my other sideshow Star Wars statues are quarter scale. I think it's awesome, but I can see where it made some collectors mad. Hey, I've got 99 people watching right now. Please do me a favor. It's my son's birthday. Please hit a thumbs up button. Do it for Bill Murray. Do it for his brother, who I met today. Again, if you're just joining me, yeah, that's right. Just met Bill Murray today, guys. Randomly in the middle of Kansas. But, yep, that was my day. So hit that like button. I'm going to cheese it up. Yeah, that quarter horror line looks great so far. Hey, Chris, did you pre-order the Batman Who Laughs? 1/3 diorama. Are you talking about the quarter scale diorama versus the Batman Who Laughs versus Batman, the David Finch piece? If so, I have not yet. I also wanted to remind, don't forget, I was the first one to talk to you about Grundy. So yeah, I'd say I love the Grundy. There's no doubt about it. It's fantastic. Chris, if you still have the bus with you, can you show us another live glimpse? All the busts have been packed away. But again, this week, I've got a review on Superman. So you're going to get an up close and personal view with him next to Batman, him next to Doomsday. And then I've also got the Batman prototype that I reviewed as well. So all of that should be dropping this week into next weekend. I absolutely appreciate Tweeterhead, Sideshow, and Blitzway keeping prices low on statues. I sincerely hope that this trend continues for a long time, but I'm very worried it won't. And again, it just has to be like, if he makes 350 of something and the community buys 3, he's going to be losing money hand over foot. So he can't keep doing that. So if people are buying, which so far, I think Superman's just about sold out. Again, that's the first one. So people are going to be a little bit more timid. Then they see Doomsday and they're like, okay, that Doomsday looked awesome. And from what I've heard from Chad, Doomsday's selling very well. So now people that get Doomsday, I heard a few of those people said, okay, well, I went back and ordered Superman. So it's this ripple effect. And I feel like over time, people are going to get it. And again, I'm passionate about it because I believe in what they are doing. I love their vision. Again, they're using that Randy Bowen model of trying to bring out as many characters to the fans as we can, and that's just awesome. I love that. And again, I am coming at that from a fan's perspective, but I also get it from the company side of things. I get that. I've had a chance to offer advice on some of the renders, like what I would change, what I like about certain renders. So I do feel ownership in that, because it's I'm trying to help them create things that I know that you guys are wanting. And that Riddler is an example. That Riddler is what I have heard the fans say for 7 years of what they want in a Riddler. And that's what I tried to convey to Chad. And I feel like he delivered 100%. 100%. Hey, Chris, it's been a little while. Missed some of the live videos. Did you watch the Sideshow Live Star Wars May the 4th event? I haven't watched it. I've seen clips of it, like little sections, but I didn't have a chance to watch it yesterday. Do you know if Twitter has any plans on making a Robin? I have heard nothing mentioned ever about a Robin. However, I don't know how they could not do one. Absolutely, Clint. Yeah, I haven't seen it yet, Dwayne. I'm sorry. So I had to go back and see what you said. Do you think Darkseid will do a Batman Returns? I seem to remember them teasing it a couple years ago. As far as I know, yes. They also teased a Joker, and I don't think that that's happening. I just don't have a good feeling about that one. Again, the Nicholson likeness is impossible to get. I do think that they'll still do that Batman. Hey, Chris, I was wondering if you have read the Joker War. Yeah, I've read most of it. It was okay. Love the art. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, it's Ledger's birthday today, May 5th, Cinco de Mayo. I love the Grundy should be a bumper sticker. I love the Grundy. I do. Tweeterhead Man Bat would be huge. You need a wingspan. See, I would imagine they won't do that, though. I would imagine they'll have some sort of wings draped around him, which I would be fine with from a space, Godlike Statue says, please hit that like button. Again, thank you guys for your support. Thank you very much for the recommendation. Again, check out Godlike Statues, guys. Godlike Statues is a great group of guys. That's awesome. You bumped into Bill Murray. Was that just randomly on the street? Did you get to have a conversation with him, as it looked like a chilled spot sit down picture? So again, I'm sorry if you've already heard the story. I'll tell it one more time for those of you that just joined. But yeah, I was at a baseball game. That's what my son wanted to do today in Manhattan, Kansas. And a guy that looked like Bill Murray walked by, and I told my family, I said, hey, that looks like Bill Murray. And they're like, yeah, whatever. It's like, yeah, Bill Murray's not going to be in the middle of a baseball game in the middle of Manhattan, Kansas. And so we joked about it. And then as we left the game, we got closer. I was like, hey, yeah, there's that Bill Murray guy. Just, ha, ha, ha. And as we got closer and closer, I'm like, that is Bill Murray. And so just went up to him. There was another family talking to him. And he was kind of off to the side there, right outside the stadium. You can see the stadium in the background. Yeah, he was just sitting there with his brother. And so I just said, I'm just a big fan. Is there any way I could take a picture with you guys? And shook their hands, said, I love what you guys do. And again, that was my story. So yeah, Bill Murray, again, legendary actor, Ghostbusters, Groundhog Day, just a million different films. Scrooged, I love that film when I was a kid. And then, of course, his brother has been in a million films too. Obviously my favorite, Christmas Vacation, Wayne's World, Caddyshack, Groundhog Day. But yeah, so that's my story if you're just joining us. So yeah, something definitely doesn't happen to you every day. Thank you, Jim. I appreciate that very much. I do too. Almost to the point where I wondered if like he had just focused on Batman and the villains first and just see how that went over. But I do think that the Batman stuff will sell better than Superman. I do agree. I think Man Bat has been something I really wanted for the longest time. I could totally see Chad nailing a Man Bat bust with those massive wings. And Dave Igo wants to art direct. He wants to do Grundy. He wants to do Man Bat, Killer Croc, those type of characters, because Dave is just famous for doing the monsters. And the fact that he wants to art direct that you just know it's going to turn out great. What do you think of the 1/4 shipped? I don't know, but it's going to go up for pre-order summer of 2024. Chat, please tap that like button for Chris. Help the channel. He really appreciates that. Again, Dwayne Johnson, thank you very much. If you smell what Dwayne Johnson's cooking. Have you seen any other character? Yes. I have seen other renders. I can't talk about them, but you're going to like them. That's all I could say. You're going to like them. Come on, guys, hit the like button. Thank you very much, Vengeance. Appreciate that. I believe that once these busts have sold out, people will be going crazy trying to secure the Superman. Again, I do agree with that. I think it just has to catch on. You know what I mean? Again, people right now are still in the phase like, I don't like busts. I don't want them. I think once they see them rolled out, I think people are going to kick themselves. Thank you very much, Superman. I will tell him. If you could only get one of the 3 Batman villain busts from Tweeterhead, which would it be? Freeze, Clayface, Riddler? That would probably be about right. I really want a comic Freeze. And I'm sure Legendary Beast will do one, but those will probably be right up there. I would love to have like a Ra's al Ghul. But yeah, that would be a good 3 to have for sure. Clayface and Riddler would be my top 2. Hi, Chris. Do you think Prime One Studios will do a 1989 Batman in quarter scale? I don't, but I think they would be stupid not to. I think they would sell a ton. Andrew's talking about Joker War. I asked because that's where the Joker in the bat suit comes from, and there was a lot of meaning to that suit and what Joker did to it. Yeah, absolutely. Again, that's one of the reasons I liked it. I love George Jimenez's work. I love the art from that book. The story was just okay to me, but it is what it is. It's so cool that you met Bill Murray. The new Obi-Wan Kenobi statue, the Alec Guinness portrait, was the cherry on top. I think it was very smart that they did that swap out. I think that's really great. Secret Sanctuary, we were talking about Jeff earlier. For whoever asked, Tweeterhead already made a Robin, and they were specifically talking about a Robin bust. But yeah, they did the Superpowers Robin, and it looked great. It was that classic 80s Robin. If we hit 100 likes, I will do another $9.99 super chat at 51 now. Well, that's awesome. We're getting ready to wrap up here in a few minutes. So I don't think we'll probably get there, but thank you for the nice gesture. Thank you very much. Again, hit those like button. Hit that like button. Thank you guys. Yeah, Stripes. That's another good one. Absolutely. Oh, that's awesome and great, Chris. Glad he took the time and so nice. Yeah, he was really nice. Like, you hear him being kind of rude to people at times or hard to work with, but he was very reserved. Like, he didn't say much, but he was very nice. Damn, that man bat sounds tempting. Absolutely. You got Midwest Mouseketeers. Is that my wife popping in? You forgot Taco John's. Yeah, I always go get Taco John's, so I'm gonna go get some here in a few minutes. I bought Taco John's. I bought a taco the night my son was born, across the street from our hospital, and so I made sure I got a taco on his birthday every year because he turned 15 today. What's on the schedule for your trip to Japan? So Japan will be sometime in May, June of next year. That's the plan anyway. We've talked about going to Sengoku, which is where the Prime One store is. Obviously Tokyo, Osaka, seen Mount Fuji and some of those places. We're hoping for like a week and a half there, I think. So we're still just trying to figure it out and navigate it. But I definitely want to tour the Prime One store and film that for you guys. Tweeterhead will do a Joker bust. I have not heard anything about a Joker, but it's coming. I named my daughter after Talia, so we were anxiously awaiting for the Tweeterhead bust of her. Again, just the thought of them doing her finally, it's exciting. Speaking of new Batman books, the new Dark Age comic has been great so far. Have you read that one? I have not. I haven't seen that one yet. Dark Age comic. I'll have to look into that one, Clint. I appreciate that. Besides the Prime One Dark Knight Returns diorama, has another company made a statue of Batman and Robin from Dark Knight Returns? Possibly like Kotobukiya or one of those companies. They might have done one in the past. I think Diamond Select has. But there hasn't been a ton of them, I don't think. So I'm not 100% positive. But I really liked that one, The Dark Knight Returns. Like, it might be Master Race, I'm not sure, but it's got the Batman with Robin and the Joker in the mud. So that one was waitlisted at Prime One. It's a quarter scale. I jumped on the waitlist. I kind of fall in love with that piece. It's small, but I really do like it. It's Jim Lee's art. So I'm hoping that one converts for me. It's not looking good, though. Borky, one of two, $2 Canadian. Enjoy a piece of Japanese sushi on me. That's awesome. So I've actually started liking sushi. I don't like seafood. I'll eat tuna and some salmon. But California rolls, like, I've really gotten into California rolls. I really like those a lot. I'm sure they're not very good for me, but that's a deal. Absolutely. Chris talking about Japan, where that's where they're having the next Star Wars Celebration event. Also, did you do anything for World Comic Book Day on Friday? No, I didn't. I don't have a comic book shop near me. The closest one's about an hour and 20 minutes, and it's not a very good one. The best one is about 3 hours away from me, and so no comic book shop for me. Hi, Chris. I was going to order the Prime One Studios Jokerized Batman, but after your wife said that he looks like a drag queen Batman, I can't now. The pictures are stuck in my head. Again, that's probably ruined it for a lot of people, but I still love my drag queen Batman. According to her, I think it's a lot of fun. And again, it's Jimenez's art. It's such a unique piece. I'm so glad I got it. Her comments do not affect me. Dark Age takes place in the alternate 1960s. It's really imaginative and enjoyed a lot. Make sure, Dark Age. I'll have to check that out for sure. The Virgin Prime says, "Happy Sunday, y'all." Thank you very much. Mr. Montoya, great grab on the Fabox show earlier. Yeah, again, it's all thanks to Eric B. I want to give him a shout out again. He said, "Hey, tune into this Whatnot stream," and literally 10 minutes later, I won the auction. So like, I didn't even know there was a stream. I didn't know it. And then he won the first one, which was awesome. He got his cheaper, darn it. But I can't wait to add a Fabok. It's just Batman looking straight ahead, very similar to what they did for the three Jokers. And he's done quite a few of just the straight on Batman. That's what I liked about Eric's, is that his was kind of a profile in the rain, so it's a little different. But I really like what he did with that, and I really wanted at least one Fabok. Hopefully the commission will work out this summer, but yeah. Eric should have took that, saw it was codpiece. Yeah. That's Bit Hizzle's talking about Eric's destruction video. Chris, I was talking before about if you're purchasing the Batman Who Laughs from Prime One Studios. Are you talking about the Batman Who Laughs versus the Batman diorama? That's on my maybe list. I haven't ordered it yet, but it is on my maybe list for sure. Alongside the Batcave. What other one do I really want? I'm trying to think, but those are the two that come to mind on my maybe list. Are you watching the new X-Men series? I've not watched it. I have never seen an episode of X-Men animated series. I never got into that. I think it was probably past my time. I have never seen an episode. And so the X-Men 97, it doesn't really necessarily do anything for me. I'm sure I would probably enjoy it if I watched it now, but yeah, I've just never seen an episode. I'm a Batman guy through and through, but I definitely, I've enjoyed the X-Men movies. I've never read an X-Men comic. So again, that's just kind of where I'm at with that. Hold on just a second, guys. All right, guys, family's back. So I'm going to wrap up the show. We've gone about an hour tonight. So again, I want to thank everybody. I'm guessing we probably didn't make it to the 100 likes, but again, if you're watching this after the fact, please hit that like button. It does help other people find the content. And again, I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. We've had a great crowd tonight, over 100 people watching with us. And so again, thank you to everybody. I want to thank this guy right here, Bill Murray. Once again, it's been the Bill Murray Show. But again, I still can't believe it. So anyway, thank you everybody that tuned in. Appreciate it. And hope you have a great rest of your week. Got a lot of great content, including those 2 bust reviews as well. So stay tuned to the channel. Thank you for watching every day, guys. And I really appreciate it. Hope you have a great rest of your work week. And we'll be back. I probably will do another live stream this week sometime, maybe Wednesday. Just to hang out and talk about whatever you guys want to talk about. But thank you very much as always. Love you guys. See you in the Batcave. Have a great